Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Judith Patterson. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Texas, and today I'm going to show you how to make a shaker card. But before we do that, I wanted to let you know a few updates. So the first thing I want to make sure I don't forget to tell you is that December 14th, if you're in the United States, is the last day that you can order and not be guaranteed, but be pretty certain that you're going to get your Stampin' Up! Order in time for Christmas. With shipping the way it is, there's no guarantees, but that's pretty close, and you should be okay if you order by December 14th. The clearance rack refreshed yesterday. And part of that refresh is that those dies that they brought out last summer, the Perfect Partner dies, for instance, this Playful Piggy die set, let me pull it out of the envelope so you can see it better. There we go. It coordinates with this Birthday Piggy. So all of the dies from that launch, or that special, it wasn't really a launch, it was a special this summer, are available in the clearance rack at some really great prices, and they all coordinate with stamp sets that are in the current annual catalog. So if you had your eye on any of those and didn't get them, I totally recommend you hop over there in the next day or two before they're sold out. And also the last chance list has gone live. So for the mini catalog, the 2022 July to December mini catalog, all of the things that are leaving are up to 60% off right now while supplies last. Some things have already sold out, so if there's something you're really wanting, I recommend you hop over there and check it out before, like sooner rather than later. And not everything is on sale, but a lot of the things are up to 60%. So check out that clearance rack, check out the last chance list, and I'll leave those links along with the link for the PDF showing what is going to be staying and carrying over either online or in the next catalog. Alright, y'all. Okay, so my card that I'm making today is a shaker card. Shaker cards are my favorite. I don't know why. I guess I'm tactile and I just like the shake. I like the little bit of bling. I just think it's fun. So this card though was inspired by freshly made sketches. I'm looking at my other screen. When I'm looking away, that's what I'm doing. I want to make sure I get all of these titles right. But it was inspired by freshly made sketches, sketch number 564. So it's the one that is active right now. So I think whenever this posts tonight, you should still have a couple of days left, a little bit more, over 48 hours, where you can join the challenge too if you want to. But this was a great one, and as soon as I saw it, I thought, oh, shaker card! And it's perfect with my stamp set of the week, Celebrate with Tags. Especially if you have the coordinating celebration tags dies, which are retiring, so they're on that last chance list. If you like this card, you might want to check that out. But I'm doing this shaker card a little bit different than I normally do, and I like how it turned out. So hopefully you will too. Let me go ahead and flip my screen, or my camera, and let's start stamping. I'll be using the Hearts stamps and XOXO. I'm going to start with Blushing Bride, and while this is an old stamp pad, it still works great, so I'm just going to keep on using that one. I have a piece of 4" by 5 1/4" basic white cardstock. So I'm just going to color the top, probably 3/4 of this, with hearts. This does not have to be perfect because most of this is going to be covered up. Okay, I'm going to flip this piece over now to where the hearts on the back are upside down. I'm going to place some more hearts up in the top left corner and then some in the bottom right corner. I'm going to set that to the side, and then I also have this piece of cardstock that I'm going to do the same, well, the inside part the same on, so I'm going to ink up that heart stamp again and put some in the top left corner and the top and the bottom right corner, and this piece is 4 inches by 5 inches, so it's just a little bit shorter than that other one. And this I'm just going to put it to the side for a while. Okay, so now I have a scrap of basic white cardstock. You don't need a big scrap, a little will be fine. And I have my Coastal Cabana ink. I love this color. So I'm going to just stamp that. And then, so these are the dies that come with Celebration Tag dies. And like I said before, these are retiring. They're part of the last chance sale, so you want to be sure to check that out, because while the stamps are carrying over, these dies are not, and I love these dies. They're perfect with the stamp set. Okay, so I'm going to use the large heart to cut out a Coastal Cabana heart. So there that is. I kind of cheated this time and did a few things ahead of time. So I'm using this banner piece to cut this out, and we get this piece here. So then I'm going to use the small heart and cut one polished pink heart and one blushing bride heart. So for the card base, I have a piece of crumb cake cardstock. It measures 4 1/4 inches by 11 inches. I scored it like normal at 5 1/2 inches, and then I scooched it down just a little bit. So I scored it here, measured 5 1/2 inches, and then I scooted it down and I scored it at 5 3/8 of an inch. And then I laid it like this on my plate for my die cut machine, and I used this largest circle from Stylish Shapes Dies to cut the circle out of the center of the front. So the back of this card is actually, once it's folded, I haven't creased this one yet, so let me use my bone folder and go ahead and burnish that a little bit, and then you can see what it's going to look like. So you can see that when it's folded, the back is going to be just a skosh shorter than the front. That's okay. It's still going to fold close. It's still going to fit in a standard size envelope. It's going to be great. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is get my Terran tape. You could also use Stampin' Seal. I just feel like there's a little bit more control with Terran tape. And I have a 3 3/4 inch by 3 3/4 inch piece of a window sheet. If you've never used window sheets before, they're just like a clear acetate, I think, and you can cut them just fine with your paper trimmer. They come in 12 by 12 sheets, and you get a lot of use out of just one sheet. I think you get 2 per pack, but they last forever. So I'm just putting this as close to the edge as I can get it without going off. If you do go over a little bit, that's okay. Okay, so before I do anything else, I'm going to use my microfiber cloth and just get any fingerprints off of this. I probably will have to do this again in a minute. But I'm going to try to not touch the center anymore with my fingers. Okay. So I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool. Use the pointy end. And I'm going to just take the backing off of all of this Terran tape. Okay, so I'll take this and I'm going to cover that hole. I was going to try to center it up a little bit better, but it's fine. So I'm just going to cover that with this window sheet. That way my sequins won't fall out. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is use a foam adhesive strip, and I'm going to use 2 whole strips for this. So I'm going to use one to start going around my circle. I like to stay just outside of the stitching part of the circle when I'm going around with the foam strip. Okay, so the foam turns really easy, but the backing not so much. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off. And then to fill in that hole, I'm just going to grab another strip. I'm going to place it right here and then just cut off this little bit. I'll set that aside, but I am going to use the rest of it in a little bit. First, I want to take my sequins. This is the pink sequins from the Fancy Everything sequin set. I'm going to put probably 4 pinches. Maybe 5. I'm not getting as much as I thought I would. I'll do one more. I think that'll be good. But I only see 1 pearl in there, maybe 2. So I'm going to grab this pearl I see sitting right here. And let's do 1 more. Okay. So now what I want to do is take that leftover strip. Going to flip this over, and remember our card is open upside down. So once I close it, it's going to be the front. So I want my hearts to be upside. Let's turn it around for just a second. Right, so these hearts need to look like they're upside down. So I'm going to flip that over for now. No, I'm not. I'm going to put it right here. Just kidding. I'm flipping it over. Oh boy. Okay, so these are upside down, so I want to go like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put a little strip of this here at the bottom. I'm just going to go ahead and take that off because it's making me kind of crazy. Then I'm going to put this strip up at the top. And then I'm going to take this piece, and I want it to go like right here, but I want to make sure that the foam isn't showing. So I'm putting it on this card piece right down here. So then put all of this up right here. I'm just going to center this on the inside of the card as best as I can. Okay, so I'm going to turn the card over and everything is facing the right way. So hopefully I explained that without confusing you too much. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is use that liquid glue to start sticking down my hearts, and we're already almost through with this card. So just put a little bit of liquid glue on the back of that heart. Put it right here. So I want to use the Blushing Bride heart next. I'm going to place it right about here. And then this small one can go down here on the bottom. For my XOXO, my little Hugs and Kisses strip, I'm going to use mini Stampin' Dimensionals. And I'm going to put 3 on the back of this. And then that one is just going to go right here under the heart. And there is the front of our card. Now, that piece that we stamped for the inside, I'm just going to use liquid glue. And place it right here. Okay, it looks like you could write on this piece, and you might be able to, but be very, very careful. If you decide to, I would recommend just writing on this bottom piece here. And there you are, and this fits in one of Stampin' Up's medium white envelopes. It'll be perfect for that. Thank you so much for watching my video. Again, this card layout was inspired by Freshly Made Sketches Sketch 564, and if you're watching this right after this video is released, you still have time to join the challenge for a little bit. And I don't have anything to do with that blog. I just like using their challenges. I've never used one for a video before, but I couldn't resist this one. Alright, I hope y'all have a great weekend. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, but would like to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. Thanks again. Happy stamping!